Ah, comfort. That's the heart of everything for a hobbit. Their lives are built around simple joys, good food, good company, and zero unnecessary excitement. They rise early for breakfast, then have second breakfast, because why not? Followed by elevenses, a mid-morning snack with tea and cakes, luncheon, afternoon tea, dinner, and finally supper late in the evening. 7 meals a day if they can manage it. Potatoes from their own gardens, fresh bread, cheese, ale from the local inn, and pipeweed, a sweet, relaxing smoke they puff while chatting under the stars. No grand quests here, just the quiet rhythm of seasons, planting seeds in spring, harvesting in autumn, and telling family stories by the fire in winter. Hobbits love their genealogy too. They can recite family trees going back generations, and they throw the biggest parties for birthdays. Bilbo's famous 111th birthday feast had fireworks, dancing, and enough food to feed an army. They're shy around strangers, prefer their own kind, and avoid anything too adventurous. Yet, deep down, they carry a hidden spark of courage, the kind that shows up when home is threatened. Now, let's wander inside one of those famous homes. Hobbit holes, or smeals as the grander ones are called, are dug right into hillsides or gentle slopes, blending perfectly with the earth. The front door is always round, bright green, yellow, or red, with a shiny brass knob right in the center. Step through, and you're greeted by warm, glowing tunnels lined with polished wood panels, deep-set round windows letting in soft daylight, and cozy rooms branching off like friendly arms. The best rooms face the garden, with windows overlooking meadows sloping down to a lazy river. Inside, low ceilings with wooden beams, stone fireplaces crackling merrily, comfy armchairs piled with cushions, bookshelves full of old tales, and tables always ready for the next meal. Everything curves gently, no sharp corners, giving that perfect, snug, burrow-like feel. The roof, covered in thick grass and wildflowers, so from outside it looks like just another pretty hill. Rich families like the Bagginses have sprawling smeals with dozens of rooms, pantries bursting with food, cellars of ale, and even guest rooms for the rare visitor. Poorer hobbits might have simpler burrows, but even those are warm, dry, and filled with love. Promising slope in the Shire's fertile soil, hobbits would excavate tunnels and rooms with simple tools, shovels, picks, and perhaps a bit of dwarven know-how for the trickier bits. The goal? Not ostentation, but utter comfort. No drafty castles here. These holes are warm, dry, and snug, designed to keep out the elements while letting in just enough sunlight to brighten a second breakfast. The construction process unfolds like a hobbit's favorite tale, slow, deliberate, and full of clever twists. Digging the foundation, they begin by hollowing out the hillside, creating a tube-shaped hall that branches into rooms. Poorer hobbits might settle for a simple burrow with 1 or 2 chambers, but wealthier families like the Bagginses or Tooks expand into sprawling networks. Think of Bag End, Bilbo's famous home, a rambling smeal with multiple tunnels, pantries stocked to the brim, and even a library for rainy days. The excavation ensures the structure is stable, often reinforced with wooden beams or stone to prevent collapses. Lining and finishing. Once dug, the walls are paneled with smooth wood, oak or beech perhaps, to add warmth and prevent dampness. Floors are tiled for easy cleaning or carpeted for barefoot coziness. Remember, hobbits go shoeless, their leathery soles tough as boots. Chimneys are masterfully built to draw smoke away without letting in cold air, keeping the air fresh and the hearth roaring. Round windows dot the front, framed in cheerful colors, allowing glimpses of the garden while keeping the interior bright. The iconic exterior, the front door, always round with a brass knob smack in the middle, is the star of the show. Painted green, yellow, or red, it's welcoming and whimsical. Sometimes there's a back door for discreet escapes or deliveries. The roof? Buried under layers of soil and turf, sown with grass and wildflowers, so the home looks like just another hill from afar. This green roof not only camouflages the smeal, but also insulates it naturally, trapping heat in winter and coolness in summer. In grander homes like Brandy Hall, you might find multiple entrances and up to 100 windows peeking out like curious eyes. These homes aren't just practical, they're a reflection of Hobbit philosophy, simple, sustainable, and soul-soothing. Tolkien drew inspiration from rural English boroughs and farms, but in Middle-earth, they're engineered for longevity, with some smeals passed down through generations without a single leak. Braving the winters, from cozy hunkering to heroic endurance. Now imagine that same hobbit hole in the depths of winter.
The Shire's climate is mild, much like England's, cool but rarely brutal, with frequent rains turning to occasional snow, and summers warm enough for picnics. Rivers seldom freeze, and the average temperature hovers around a comfy 7 degrees Celsius, about 45 degrees Fahrenheit in Hobbiton. For most winters, hobbits simply embrace the season's quiet charm, slowing down like the world itself. They stock their pantries in autumn with preserved veggies, cheeses, ales, and pipeweed, then retreat to their insulated burrows. The earthy walls and turf roofs act like natural blankets, retaining heat from crackling fireplaces where families gather for stories, songs, and hearty stews. Windows might frost over with intricate patterns, but inside it's all warmth, second suppers by the hearth, games with kin, and perhaps a pipe smoke ring contest to pass the time. Hobbits in snow, it's not unheard of, but it's more a novelty than a nuisance, perfect for a quick romp before hurrying back to tea. But oh, the tales of harsher times. Tolkien weaves in epic winters that tested the Shire folks' null, revealing their hidden resilience. The long winter of 1411 was a 5-month ordeal of relentless snow and biting cold from the north and east, blanketing Eriador in famine and despair. Thousands of hobbits perished from starvation, their stores depleted as blizzards cut off supplies. They survived by rationing what little they had, huddling in their smeals for warmth, and relying on community, sharing food and fuel, with thanes like the Tooks organizing aid. Even fiercer was the fell winter of 1465, when white wolves from the frozen north crossed the iced-over Brandywine River, invading the Shire amid heavy snows and famine. Hobbits blew the horn call of Buckland to rally defenses, fending off the beasts with whatever they could, bows, clubs, and sheer grit. Many died, but their burrows provided safe havens, and Gandalf himself sent aid to ease the hunger. These winters forged the hobbits' quiet courage, teaching them to prepare, deeper cellars, stronger doors, and a deeper appreciation for spring's thaw. In the end, whether a gentle dusting or a ferocious storm, hobbit homes and habits turn winter into a season of introspection and joy. Their burrows, so cleverly built, shield them like a mother's embrace, proving that even in Middle-earth